Booyah! This is Robin from the Back Pain Secret podcast, and today we're going to talk about how to prioritize your back pain life. I'm going to be right back after the intro song, guys.
So here's the important question. How can back pain sufferers like us, who don't want to use prescription drugs or go through surgery, heal our back pain? How do we live our daily lives in a way that allows us to go to work, take care of our families, enjoy life, and still manage our back pain? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Robin Wakeham, and welcome to Back Pain Secrets.
Okay, guys, so I'm back, and today's topic is how to prioritize your back pain life, okay? And as always, I have a patient story that I'm going to tell you all about, okay? Her name is Charlotte. She's about 40 years old. And as always, it's a made-up name to protect the innocent. I met Charlotte a few years back, and she was around 40 years old, and she was working in a clothes store, okay? Just walking around, hanging up clothes, selling clothes to people all day, okay? She had 3 kids, and she was married. And after the first pregnancy, Charlotte had started to experience back pain in her lower back that more or less had like a dull, achy toothache feel to it, and also radiation down her left leg once in a while, you know, a classic case of sciatica. And usually this sciatica, she was starting to, the back pain, the lower back pain, she experienced all the time, you know, more or less, like it could go up and down, but it was always there. But the sciatica came once in a while during the day, especially when she was like sitting down for too long a time, or even if she was like standing in the store. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but people that work in these clothing stores, you know, they're not really allowed to sit down. So you have to stand up more or less all the time. And as always, you know, she was working in this clothing store and she wanted to look good. So she had not high heels, but she had heels on, okay? And that was also killing her back. So when I met Charlotte, you know, externally, you could just see she was stressed, okay? Stressed out of her mind, you know? She was telling me the stories, you know, and you can just feel the stress. She was stressed in the morning getting the 3 kids in order, you know, stressed at work to get all this stuff done there. She was stressed at lunch. She had like 15-20 minute break, just catching up on emails and stuff, you know. And she was stressed going to get the kids after school. She was stressed like getting the kids to the different activities, you know. And when after the activities, she was stressed doing the dinner. She was stressed doing the homework, and like she felt this inner stress because she couldn't really do her exercise. She didn't really have time for it, you know. And besides this, there was all this other requests in her life. Also, she was quite stressed because herself and her husband had been together for almost like 15-20 years now, and like just to find the time to be intimate and find the time for their relationship was stressing her out. And she was just very, very stressed. You could see it, you know. And her cell phone went off constantly when she was visited me, you know. We're having this discussion, and internally she was telling me, you know, Charlotte was telling me that felt she was doing all the busy work, you know. She was keeping busy all the time, but it wasn't really any important work, you know. Of course, you could argue the stuff she was doing with her kids was important, you know, to keep the family going and all of that. But it was so much other stuff in her day that didn't really feel like important for her to do, but she just did it out of pure habit or to try to please the people around them, okay? She really felt she was stuck in kind of a rat race, you know. She had these 3 kids, she had this life, and she was on the go always. And she felt like everything that happened to her was an emergency. She felt like she was more or less like a firefighter that was called out whenever shit went down, and she needed to go and clear it up, you know. And after a few months there, she hit kind of a wall, you know. Charlotte, she was a soccer mom, and one weekend they had this big soccer tournament, and she had taken on all of these tasks to make different foods and driving people around, all the kids around, you know. The games were at different locations, so she had to like haul all the stuff in and out of the car. It was just irritating her back, you know. And about like the end of that week, you know, she had this excruciating back pain in her lower back, and it was something different from before. Before it felt like a dull, achy pain, but this was like a sharp pain, like someone put a knife into her back. And the radiation went down not just her left leg, but both of her legs. And she took a few pills. She tried to lie down, but the pain was just horrible, horrible, horrible. So she actually eventually went into the emergency room there, and after a lot of talk with the doctor, they gave her an MRI, and it showed she had a big herniated disc on level L4, L5. That's in the lower back. So when the disc is actually broken up, it's the disc is actually cracked open, and you have a bit of leakage from the disc. It's run out and it's pressing on the nerve roots. So it wasn't just pressing on the left or right nerve root, it was pressing on both nerve roots. And this was also causing her, to feel less like less strength in her legs. She needed to go to the bathroom all the time because her bladder was affected, and she was in bad shape. So this was more or less the time she came in to me, and she was just horrified over all the stuff she couldn't do, and the pain and everything. Um, and I'm telling her, I can give you the exercise about like the walking, the standing up, the core stability exercises. But if we look at this, at your life, Charlotte, at a bigger case, you need to like just take a look at it, because I mean, if you're doing your main concern is to serve yourself and your family, and everything else that is requested of you, you don't need to act on that. Um, and I was telling you, we need to make a plan for you, Charlotte, to make sure that you don't get here again. I'm sure that we're going to be able to reduce your back pain, but you're going to get into this frenzy again if you don't take care of you, and prioritize in a better way. So there's all kinds of like programs and stuff out there, but I'm going to give you three things, Charlotte, and this is also something you are listening out there. If you're suffering from back pain, or you're always like feeling stressed, and you're always feeling like shit is like, you feel like a firefighter, that you're just like going out and hosing down the fire that's been caused. So first off, stop to prioritize easy. Okay, just because there's something easy on your to-do list to do doesn't mean that you need to do it. Okay, and that's so important. People are like masters of doing these crazy to-do lists. You see people to-do lists and they're like 30, 40 things on it in a day, and just know from the off bat that's wrong, because just because it's easy to do doesn't mean you need to do it. Okay, and do I mean with that? You should say, I will prioritize things that will make me move forward in life. There is stuff that you have to do with your kids and stuff like that, but you can't like jump and try to please everyone, every request they have, because it's not gonna work out for you. And what three things could I do today that could really move me forward to reach my goals? That's something I ask myself every day, and I always ask my patients that always, that I see are very, very stressed. Like, put down like three things, the three main things you need to do. And I'm not talking about like getting the cleaning the house, or like going for groceries or something like that. That is important, but there's other stuff. Maybe you need to make an important phone call to that person that you want to start a business with, or try to sell your product to, or maybe you need to visit a gym and get a personal trainer, so you're going to be able to get more fit and get more energy. Maybe you need to contact the bank, okay, to try to rewrite your loans, to take away the financial stress on yourself. That's the type of stuff that really moves the needle, so you're able to in your life, so you feel better. Okay, and I would recommend you guys that are listening to this, to take on something hard every day. Every day you have something that you should do, but you associate too much pain to do that. So you choose like the other stuff. It's easier to clean the house. It's easier to go and watch TV instead of making that hard phone call, instead of calling that person up, instead of having that meeting, having that hard talk with that person, okay? So that's really what I recommend you to do as number one, okay? And also number two, you need to stop prioritizing emergencies, okay? There's so many people that feel in today's society that they have to, like, as soon as they get an email or they get a phone call or a text message, okay, they always feel like you have to very, very quickly or straight away answer that. You know, you don't need to do that, okay? You don't need to do that. I mean, it's crazy, you know. I would recommend you to just go for like a diet, not answer any text or emails or anything for 24 hours, okay? Just do that for a week and see what happens. You know, the stuff that people are contacting you about, except if it's your kids that are calling you or like doing stuff like that, you know, then of course you need to react. But all the other stuff, we all walk around here in life think we're so damn important, but we're not, you know. And the world won't end if we don't react to what people are telling us to do, you know. And it's strange, this thing, you know, because the more that you're doing, the more that you're following the things that people are telling you to do, or what the world is like demanding you to do, the less fulfilled you feel. And it's strange, you know, because if you're trying to just go out there and become a people pleaser and do whatever they ask you because you have some need inside of you to be accepted, okay, you need to work with that and understand that you are good as, even if you don't do this thing, you know. And I have a lot of people that say, you know, that they contact me now that I'm doing this and I'm on 3 different platforms. I'm running these businesses and I have my family and everything. I get a lot of requests, guys, a lot of requests from all email, phones, you know, everything, you know. And it's hard in the beginning to say no to people because I want to help people with their back pain, for example. Okay, if you take me for an example, but I've learned to say no. So what I say to people now, more or less, whatever they come requests they have, you know, I say, you know, I recognize, you know, that this request that you're giving me right now, that's really important for you, and I can feel it, you know, but I got so much stuff on my plate right now, and this stuff that I've built up, I've actually planned it and made a plan, and I'm working that plan. So I wouldn't like, I'll be glad, you know, to help you in the future if you contact me, you know, but it's going to be a few months, you know, and there's also a chance that I'm not going to contact you back. And it's not that I'm being an asshole or not like want to help out, but I have a very specific plan that I've put together and that I'm working towards, you know. Can be hard in the beginning, but it gets easier, okay? Okay, number 3, guys, okay? You need to start to prioritize your freedom. You need to start to prioritize your freedom. Now, Robin, what the hell do I mean with that? Okay, well, it's very, very easy, guys. You know, everyone is so darn busy, you know. You need to, like, freedom, for example. Is it possible for you during the day to go out for a 20-minute walk? Not really exercising, just enjoying the weather, just going out, like hanging out, you know. Is it possible for you to, for example, to call up an old friend and have a chat for 10 minutes over the phone? Okay, that is freedom. Okay, is it possible for you, for example, to uh, go out and just sit by yourself at a cafe and enjoy a nice cup of coffee? Okay, that's the stuff. And I'm not saying that you're going to do it the entire day, but there's so many people out there that they don't really take like 10 minutes for themselves. Okay, and there is so much time out there, you know. We think we're so busy, but the average human being is watching TV like 4 hours every night, you know. And when they're not doing that, you know, you're sitting on your phone, okay, and you're like checking out Facebook and you're seeing what everyone else is doing in their life, and you feel like, where's all my time going? You know, what's going on? There is time out there, guys. Okay, we just need to be able to prioritize our time and make sure that we're not like just doing everything what everyone else is telling us, you know. I'm saying, you know, should absolutely help out, and there is definitely stuff that sometimes you need to do acute stuff, but the majority of stuff that people are coming in and asking you about, you know, it's like they didn't prioritize their time, so now they're stuck. It's more or less like they're throwing you a hot potato, and they want you to deal with it. Okay, so had a bit of a rant today. This is because I've been struggling with this for many years, guys. I like to help out people. I like to help out people that have back pain and other stuff, but some in the beginning, I got lost. I was just giving, and it was coming to like a space there that I was just like drained all the time. I didn't have any energy for myself, for my family, or for the stuff that I really prioritized, So that's today's lesson. Okay, guys, if you think that this information will help someone or that with back pain and that has a problem prioritizing their life, please, share it, and I hope you guys have a good day. And guys, remember, just one step away from healing your back pain. Bye-bye.
Want more back pain secrets? Then go ahead and get your free copy of my best-selling book, Back Pain Secrets, at backpainsecrets.com. Inside this book, you will find my top secrets to healing your back pain without prescription drugs or surgery that have helped thousands of other people just like you.